everybody? Thanks for checking us out at Petersen's Bowhunting. Today, I'm excited to give you a look at the new 2023 Phase 4 from Mathews. You know, as we head into the new year, I think back to 2022 and the V3X, which I shot, I hunted with, and I absolutely loved. And Mathews touted the V3X as their quietest hunting bow ever. And now they're coming out with the Phase 4 and they're saying, hey, this is better than that. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit skeptical just going in because I like that V3X so much. And if you're familiar with that bow, you look at the Phase 4 and you're like, man, there are a lot of similarities here, but there's one big difference. It's the resistance phase dampening that's built into the limbs. So the Phase 4, as you can see, the big difference here between the V3X and this bow is this resistance phase dampening, and it's literally built into the limbs. And now when you look at this for the first time, you're like, okay, so there's some rubber on the limbs here, but it's not actually that way. It's built into the limbs. And so you've got split limbs, top and bottom, but it's almost like you've got four limbs because this dampening material goes through both top and bottom of each limb. And Mathews is saying that this is making a dramatic difference in the noise, the vibration that you feel when shooting this bow. All right, so the Phase 4 is available in two models. There's the Phase 4 29 and the Phase 4 33. Phase 4 29, as you would expect, has an axle-to-axle length of 29 inches. Now for the Phase 4 33, that's a 33-inch axle-to-axle bow. All right, so I was getting ready to head to the shooting line and I realized I need a sight on my bow if I'm gonna shoot this for you, and I've gotta show you bridge lock, because Mathews has expanded bridge lock technology for 23. If you followed last year's V3X, you know that they introduced bridge lock sight mounting technology by machining a dovetail right into the riser of the bow. And that's back for 2023. So I actually had this, this is the Mathews bridge lock 5-pin sight that they developed with Excel. I had this on my V3X. I took it off of there and I put it right here into the bridge lock mounting location here on the Phase 4. Now, Mathews has expanded bridge lock technology for 2023, and they've come out with a new line of bridge lock stabilizers. These are available in various lengths, and they have a weight system here on the front where you can add and subtract these weights in 1-ounce increments simply by loosening a set screw. They dovetail together. You can make those as heavy as you need. The neat thing is, right below the bushing where you can mount traditional stabilizers, now you can mount bridge lock stabilizers. It comes right through the riser, and they actually have reference marks machined right into the stabilizer itself. You can adjust length in 1/2-inch increments. So there with bridge lock technology, I've got my sight, I've got my stabilizer, I've got a Mathews Integrate Rest already on the bow, and I'm completely set up and ready to shoot with this new lineup. And what is Mathews doing here? They're integrating the entire system, your bow and all of your accessories, in a really nice, neat, tidy package that's streamlined, well-balanced. Let me shoot this for you and see what we think about the Phase 4. All right, so it's time to shoot the Phase 4. You know, as I was stepping over here to the line, I stopped and checked my notes. Mathews, in terms of noise and vibration, is saying that with this resistance phase dampening technology in the limbs, combined with the new bridge lock stabilizers, they're seeing a 13% reduction in noise and 37% reduction in vibration. So again, I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, I loved the V3X. Shot it a ton this past year, thought it was, you know, one of the best bows that I had ever shot. So I'm really curious to see you know, what I think about the Phase 4, and we're gonna find out right now. Really solid back wall. Wow, that just sucked right into the bullseye. It's amazing how much that sight is on, just moving over from my V3X. I didn't really hear hardly anything out of the bow. I don't know what you can hear on the video. I remember hearing the arrow hitting the target a lot more than I remember hearing anything out of the bow. Let's shoot again. I think those arrows must be right next to each other because I can't see the second one. When I tell you that it's quiet, you believe your own ears, okay? It's really quiet. When I tell you there's no hand shock, there is no hand shock. Guys, you know, they've been doing it for a long time, and you might look at this Phase 4 and say, it's really no different than the V3X, but remember, Mathews is a serious bow manufacturer, and they're not the kind of company that's gonna give you a gimmick. So when you look at the Phase 4 and you see this resistance phase dampening technology, it's not just a piece of dampening material slapped on here. This is really integrated into the limbs in such a way that it makes an appreciable difference. And when you combine it with what they've been doing overall, you know, from their cam systems and their risers to the integrate rests, your bridge lock sights, now your bridge lock stabilizers, they're refining the whole system from top to bottom. And it's really resulting in a bow that, you know, feels great in your hand. You saw here, this is the first time I've ever shot this bow. A group that's probably under 2 inches down there at 20 yards for the first time. Haven't even gotten the sight, you know, dialed in yet. And what more can I say? If you don't believe me, get down to your local pro shop, shoot the Phase 4 for yourself, or hop on the Mathews website and learn a little bit more. This just might be the bow that you've been looking for. I really appreciate you checking out the video today. We always thank you for your time here at Petersen's Bowhunting, and I wish you all the very best of success out in the field. Take care.